Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Edu Sanskara. So today we will be learning geotechnical engineering. This is a very important subject for the civil engineers. So today's topic will be the introduction of the soil, where I will explain you how the soil is formed, what are the different types of the soil, what is the geological cycle of the soil, and etc. So let's start the video. I have made the PPT so that I will explain you. First one is the definition of the soil. Okay, so what is the soil? Soil, the word soil derived from the Latin word that is a solium, which means the upper layer of the earth. Okay, which can be dug or plowed. In the civil engineering, we uh, require to construct a building. So we require a soil. So main important part of the construction is the soil, because we footing rest on the earth. Okay, that is soil. So that's why soil play a very important role in that. Then in the civil engineering, the term soil is defined as unconsolidated material. Unconsolidated means it is in loosely packed manner, okay, composed of the solid particles produced by disintegration of the rock. I will explain you what is the disintegration of the rock. The void spaces between the particle contains air, water, or both. Okay. Soil is a three-phase or the two-phase system. It consists of either water or either air, or both water, air, and solid particles. The properties of the soil depend upon the properties of the rock from which it is derived. Okay, and basically soil is obtained from the rock. So then second, soil mechanics. Soil mechanics. The term soil mechanics was first found by Dr. Carl Terzaghi. You also have a book, Soil Mechanics by Carl Terzaghi, and he is known as father of soil mechanics. Okay. Now, civil engineering deals with the application of principle of mechanics and hydraulics. Hydraulics means water, including the water. Hydraulics means the water forces we use. Okay. Engineering problem related to soil. Soil mechanics is a branch of mechanics which deals with the action of forces on the soil and with the flow of water in the soil. What are the forces acting on the soil? Okay, how much water is flowing through the soil, that's permeability on and all we will be studying. Then we have origin of the soil, means origin, how soil is formed. The process of soil mechanics is a soil formation is called pedogenesis, and the soil are formed by weathering of rocks due to the mechanical disintegration or chemical decomposition. When rock surface gets exposed to atmosphere, okay, for appropriate time, it disintegrates and decomposes into small particles, and these small particles then transported through various agencies and deposited at some point. And geological cycle consists of erosion, transportation, deposition, and the upheaval of the soil. I will show you the diagram how it is the form. The geological cycle of the soil formation. Remember this diagram, you will be able to write how soil is formed. This is a very simple diagram. In this, you have a erosion. First, soil gets eroded, then it is transported with various agencies, that is water, air, glacial, ice. Okay, then it is deposited at some point, and then upheaval occurs. Upheaval of the soil occurs. This way soil is formed. Okay. Then classification of the soil. Almost all soils are derived from weathering of rocks. Okay, now soil are classified into two types, that is the residual soil or the sedentary soil or transported soil. Residual soil means if the weathered material remains over the parent rock, means where parent rock was there only the upheaval occurs, it is called the residual soil. And engineering property of the soil vary from top layer to the bottom layer. Okay, means fine will be near and the coarse will be at the greater depth. Then transported soil, if the weathered material is transported and deposited at a place away from its origin, okay, and the deposits of transported soils are quite thick and uniform. These are the very important. That is, what are the different types of the soil? We have a residual soil and the transported soil. So residual will be at the place where it is formed, and by the transported means it is transferred from one place to the other. Okay. Then you have types of soil. Now transported soils are again divided depending on the agencies with which it is transferred. That is wind, water, glacial, gravity. Okay. Now first one is the water transported soils. First is alluvial soil. Soils that are carried and deposited by running water. Okay. Then lacustrine deposit, that is deposits made in lake, and deposits are laminated and wound in layers. Then you have a marine soils, those deposited in the ocean or sea water. Then you have aeolian soil. Aeolian soil means wind transported soils. First is aeolian soil. Sometimes questions are asked, what is the wind transported soil called? That is the aeolian deposit, aeolian soil. Soil transported and deposited by wind, and particle size depend on velocity of the wind. Okay. Sand dunes are formed by wind in arid regions, and loess is the silt deposits made by wind. Low density and high compressibility. Carrying capacity is low, and permeability in vertical direction is high. Then you have a glacial deposit. What is a glacial deposited soil? Glacier deposited soils are large masses of this ice formed by compaction of snow. Okay, glaciers are formed. Now, drift is also a glacial deposit soil. Deposits made by glaciers directly or indirectly. Till deposit directly made by melting of glacier, and outwash is soils carried by melting water from front of glacier. Okay, these are the different types of the glacier deposited soil. Sometimes you ask what are the different types of the glacier deposited soil. So drift, till, outwash, these are the glacier deposited soil. Now you have a gravity deposited soil. Colluvial soil, that those deposited primarily through the action of gravitational force, as in the landslides. Example is talus. Talus is a type of colluvial soil, that's the gravity deposited soil. So we have learned what water deposited soil, wind deposited soil, then glacier deposited soil, and fourth one is gravity deposited soil. So in today's class we will learn this much only. In the next class I will explain you the terminology used for different types of the soils. Okay.